And welcome back to episode 178 of Wrestling is Trash. Coming to you on a special Trash Thursday. Reason being is because we had a highly anticipated debut last night. And it was awesome. Before we get into that, I'm just going to introduce myself, Trash Boy numero uno, Nick Anicelli, coming live from California on a Thursday, almost Friday. The weekend's here, so I hope everyone's doing well. But I hate talking about myself, so instantly, before we get into the madness in a good way of last night, I'm going to pass this over to my fellow Trash Boy. How are you, Lou?
Oh, man, Lou from the BX host of the Everything Podcast. Goes of Wrestling is Trash. I'm doing phenomenal. I am doing lovely, wonderful, all the good things. How is your lighting always so wonderful? Look at the difference in our pictures. Well, I have a ring light in front of me, okay? I have my light on and the window open, and I'm still sitting here in the dark. It makes no sense.
Well, to be fair, it's 2:30 here. I like to do this now that we moved in like my girl's like office area, but she's working right now today. So I can't sit in there because she's got like the whole desk set up. So I'm actually in my room. And to be honest, dude, it's just natural lighting. The blinds are open. Very rarely do I use a ring light. Shit. So I think it's just that California sun, just the way it's coming in right now, to be honest.
It's one thing that drives me crazy about doing this show is my lighting. I always feel like, look at me right now, I'm trying to close my window so that I can maybe get more of my my actual light to help me.
Yeah. I'm obviously I don't look into it as much, but I think your lighting's always fine. I never looked at it. I can barely see it.
Drives me insane. But in any event, we are here to record the very special episode of Wrestling is Trash on a Thursday, as Nick said. We're here to talk about a certain Mone, who made her debut last night on AEW television. Much anticipated. Apparently, Nick, she's been signed for 2 months. Did you see that report?
Yeah, I saw that. I think we knew that. We've seen the reports of it. As much as like we joke, and I say joke because we truly mean joke, not like asshole joke. But Sean Ross Sapp's been saying for a minute, like, yo, she signed here. He always seems to be very trustworthy. You know what I mean? So like I believed it. And especially when we didn't see her at the Rumble, I think you and I were both like, all right, yeah, cool. She's definitely going there. You know what I mean? Because if she was going to go there, it would have been then. So I thought that was really cool. You know what I mean? Tony didn't rush, pulled the trigger on it. Could have done it at Revolution, but gave the flowers to Sting. Made a big deal over the event. It was a great show last night. I'm sure we'll talk about more than just her specifically. That was a great episode last night. You know what I mean? Pay-per-view caliber TV event. So that was really good. We have some questions probably. Well, I only got really one. But no, I thought it was awesome, dude. We were both wrong. I think we both said she wasn't going to start the show off because I did ask you that. And I knew, not necessarily instantly, but once the announcers were done talking and there was like that 5 seconds of no music or anything, I was like, all right, it's definitely happening right now. And then the music hit and Boston went nuts. Obviously, it's one of her hometowns, as we know she's lived everywhere, but she claims Boston. And I texted our boy from UWO podcast, Brian, and I'm biased, man. I'm very biased because I'm from that neck of the woods, but I always think Boston in general, New England, we have some of the best crowds. But of course, being in her hometown, it just worked out perfectly. And yeah, dude, she came out. Obviously, she looks like $1 million. We know that. I like her new music. We said the same thing. Yeah. That was awesome. You know what I think is cool? And people were shitting on it. How in the beginning they have those implanted part of the song CEO chants. I don't think there's anything wrong with that because that instantly shows now when she comes out, they're always going to say CEO.
Yeah, that's building up, your.
Yeah, like so I think there's not like people are like, oh, they imported that. Obviously, it's louder. You can tell the difference between the songs, but the people were still insanely loud. And I think that's good because it's like, yo, you're implanting something so you get crowd participation.
I don't see what's the problem with that.
I don't think
so. The chant. What are they going to chant? Mercedes. Like they're giving
but you see it in rap music all the time, too.
Yeah.
They act like this is like the first time someone's done this. Like, you could probably think of WWE people that have the same thing. I can't think off the top of my head, but I know it's definitely a thing. Like, you know,
I think it's more. I think the problem a lot of people have is that like it didn't happen organically. Like they forced the issue by making the like, okay, guys, here it is, chant CEO. Like, you know, WWE doesn't really do that. Like the whoop that trick chant, that shit just happened organically. Like that shit just happened. They just started chanting whoop that trick and it caught on. I think that's where some people were probably like, this shit's a little corny that they did that with the screen. But I mean,
I like
they just wanted to introduce that, I guess, into the, you know, the mainstream so people can kind of have their, you know, this is what you chant when she comes out. CEO.
Yeah. What I liked personally, I thought her promo was good. It was heartfelt, as we said, before the Mercedes fans try to shit on us.
I was totally wrong.
She's what?
I was totally wrong. I ain't scared to say it.
Yeah. There was a great promo. You know what I mean? I think it's because just she's not known for her mic skills because her in-ring skills are so good. Like, you know what I mean? But it was a great promo. You know, it was definitely just, hey, go out there. You have 5 minutes or whatever. Go talk. Like, that's instantly what that was, which was awesome. She didn't go like the cheap heat route. Oh, yeah, well, I could have done this. But, you know, I think she said everything right. I thought it was dope. I know we're going to get into it. So I'll say now how Naomi, Bailey, and Tamina were there. Thought that was awesome, right?
Yeah. Kevin Nash. That's how you support your fucking friends.
Yeah. So here's my thing. So he can't, because I'm not even trying to be a little biased here. Like,
give me a fucking break. You have three women there, and you telling me that this guy couldn't come for Sting's last match?
And one who just is in a main event match in 2 months and just won the Rumble.
3 current people on the roster. Mind you, Tamina, I haven't seen her in a while, but she's still an active wrestler. I'm sure she does like whatever Sunday Night Heat or whatever show they have that's like that. I'm sure she's on that shit. I just haven't seen her in a while, but still an active roster. But Naomi and Bailey, hello. They're like two of the biggest stars on the roster. They were able to show up no problem. Yeah, sitting in the freaking skybox.
And then to add to that, to crap on Kevin Nash, as I just bought a Kevin Nash sign thing today. But like, yo, Lex Luger was there, and he said, because I didn't know this. You know, he's still employed by them. I didn't know that personally.
By WWE?
Yes.
No shit. Was he like on a Legends contract or something?
No, something. I don't know. I don't want to say because I don't want to be wrong, but he pretty much said, like, he asked, and they said, yeah, like, go ahead, just you can't be advertised on TV. Like, yo, here's Lex Luger. But he was there. So I think Kevin Nash was just blowing smoke, personally. But anyway, enough about him. Yeah, dude, it was awesome. Ratings Riho in the main event, so women got the spotlight. Did you think she was going to turn there?
I think she's going to turn eventually. But I guess for now, the best thing was to kind of just keep her as a face, get her out there, you know, get everybody to cheer for her. But eventually she'll 100% turn heel.
She's a great.
I want to ask you about the crowd thing. What do you think is like I mean, obviously, what are your like top 5 crowds you think? Like, I'm off the top of my head, I think like, obviously, like New York MSG. I will put Boston up there, seeing as what happened last night. Toronto, like anytime they're in Canada, it's the crowd is
all the overseas crowds.
Maybe like I know Miami, not just because I'm from here, but when they go to actual Miami, like when they go to the Miami arena, those crowds are usually like excellent. And Chicago, I guess.
Yeah, I would say Chicago, Boston, Philly. Philly's usually pretty good. Those Texas crowds are usually pretty good. I think Texas, and then I don't know, man. I guess you might be able to answer more because it's hard to project when you're there. Because you know how sometimes the arenas are. They say like the way this. I don't think I've been to a few shows here now in LA, and they've always been good crowds. I'm trying not to say the obvious ones like the UK and stuff, but yeah, I would say that.
Yeah, because I know when we had that show here, and I'm in Davie, Florida. I will say that I don't think the crowd was that like. I mean, to me, it felt like they were good, but I think they could have been like a little louder. Yeah, it's just a question. Just had a little curiosity there, just because.
No, I think like you see the ones that just like aren't good, because I've been to some house shows that have been very, very small in attendance, but were very interactive. Then I've been to some shows that were big. The crowd kind of sucked. Yeah, I don't know. Like, I instant reaction ones though are Chicago, Boston, and Philly. Like instant reactions.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but I don't know, man. I think it's very obvious where they're gonna go with this. She's gonna speak next week, or does she have a debut match next week? She has something next week. They announced it. I just don't know if it's a debut match or. Right. But I think it's obvious, man. She was at the All In last summer, so I think that's when she's gonna fight for the title.
Definitely at the pay-per-view, yeah.
Yeah, I think they'll keep her away from the title picture until All In.
My thing that I thought was funny was that she came out at the beginning. She did her promo, which I definitely will say I was wrong about that. I didn't think that they were going to give her like the CM Punk treatment, but they definitely did. They brought her out to the beginning of the show. They had they gave us the Vince McMahon limo pulling up, car door opening, like little thing. Every time I see that, I think of which Raw, I forget which Raw. It was after Mania, when the limo pulls up and the door opens and Vince pops his head up like straight up, and he's looking up in the air, and you hear freaking Michael Cole, "Oh my God, the boss is here!" It kind of gave me vibes like whenever I see a car pull up, I'm expecting it to be like Vince.
So what I get, sorry to cut you off. Do you remember the Raw? It was like 2016 when they were in Miami actually. We have a return of a WWE superstar, and a limo pulls up, and everyone thought it was gonna be The Rock, but it was The Miz. And then do you remember The Rock flies in with his pickup truck?
Oh shit! I kind of remember that, but I don't.
He cuts off The Miz, and he's walking through backstage like complimenting everyone. Like he goes
to look that up.
Yeah, it's a good one. It's a long one, but he talks shit to The Miz like in a friendly way. Then he goes to Big Show. They hug, and I think The Rock just did some movie, and he's like, you know what? Oh, it was during Royal Rumble. He's like, you know what? The director of the Scorpion King was watching our Royal Rumble, and he said whoever was going to win that Rumble was going to be the Scorpion King. And do you remember the Big Show said he won because The Rock's feet hit before? And The Rock, he's like, you could have been whipping Vin Diesel's candy ass.
Oh yeah, he starts crying.
And then he goes up to Rusev and Lana, which is kind of sad to say they're breaking up now in real life. But he goes back to that, and then whatever, all that. It's a good one to watch, but that's what I think of when I see it.
I got to see. I remember that slightly, but it's been so long since I've seen that like it's got to be fresh in my mind. But I definitely remember that thing with Big Show where he's telling him like, you could have been the Scorpion King. Isn't that crazy? And
then the Big Show breaks the laptop. Yeah. And he's like, yep, that's what I do. No, but remember when Vince McMahon exploded in the limo?
Yeah, that was the episode before the whole Chris Benoit thing.
Yeah. So anyway, enough of those. Yeah, enough of those people, like you were saying, though. Yeah, where were you going to go?
Anyway, so yeah, they did the whole thing with the car pulling up, and obviously it was a Mercedes that pulled up. You kind of, sort of, should have known what was happening there. But definitely, what I found funny about the ending, which I guess the ending was perfectly fine. Willow's getting jumped. Her music hits. She comes to the ring. Sky Blue goes to attack her. She gets knocked the fuck out. She goes in the ring. She hits Julia with that beautiful finisher. She actually hit it perfect this time, not like when she debuted against Kyrie. And Kyrie didn't really sell it correctly. My thing about it was she didn't even look in the direction of that fucking title. Like, she didn't look at it. She didn't even acknowledge that shit was in the ring. She didn't pick it up and do the what? Yeah, I'm gonna be the next TBS champion. Like, nope, she did not even acknowledge the fact that there was a title in the ring. She danced, and then she walked out the fucking ring, and she danced her way up the ramp, and that was it. I was like, I think you might have at least should have picked the title up and kind of
maybe gave it to Willow,
or something acknowledging that belt instead of kind of burying it, because that's basically what they kind of did. But again, I'm nitpicking things here. It's just as far as like from a booking standpoint, maybe she just wants nothing to do with that title.
I think she's gonna help Willow win it. The more I think about it,
she should. I mean, if she's gonna be on this roster and be a team player, since they're doing rankings, she should win that title. Like, she should win that title and kind of fucking beef that title up a little bit, and then she can move on to the heavyweight. Like,
yeah, it's kind of like, how do you bring prestige to a title? You either have a really good long reign, like Orange Cassidy did right away with the international belt,
yeah,
or you have someone defiant win it. And like,
she should get that belt, redesign it, because that belt is in dire need of a redesign.
Yeah,
that big ass TBS logo, that's just ugly as fuck.
Yeah, it's kind of like it's like when they did the world heavyweight title. It's like, all right, either Edge or Seth's gonna win it because someone with a big name. So like, yeah, you're right. She wins it. Dynamite's on TBS. I see her definitely being more of a TBS Dynamite than Collision person. I could be wrong. I just think, why not just use her on the Big Show? But yeah, so like that. No, what you're saying makes sense. Like, it makes sense. You know what I mean? Bring prestige to that title.
We're like armchair booking here, like taking away from the fact that it was a great debut, very fun show, very fun Dynamite. Some questionable things happening with Wardlow there. I don't really understand.
I think
what's happening there.
Just a lot. Like,
we love Samoa Joe. We love Samoa Joe on this channel. Like,
and I love Wardlow. I'm a massive Wardlow
guy.
I
love Wardlow. I'm a big fan of Samoa Joe's champion. I think that shit's dope when he comes out in the fucking suit. He looks like the shit. He is the shit in the ring. He can cut the promo. He can wrestle. He can do it all. Great champion. And Wardlow, like, I don't know. I think like Wardlow, that he must have fucked Tony Khan's moms or something, or his girlfriend or his sister or something. Because every time like they build that guy up to some point, like they drop him back down. Because dog, even with the Adam Cole, so Adam Cole, if you guys missed it, did a whole little fairy tale story time on Adam Cole segment where he talked about Wardlow's gonna slay the demon and he's been held down by an evil man all this time, and he's gonna go and win the gold and bring it home and blah blah blah, and he fucking loses clean in the middle of the fucking ring because he gets choked out. No interference, no shenanigans, no bullshit. No, he lost clean.
The choke out is what got me. I thought he'd pin him over again, submitted.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, dude, it just, I feel it doesn't help the group either.
Because those belts they have, honestly, and I know the international title, I don't want to say that title doesn't mean shit, because it does. It's a cool belt. But Roddy's not really, I know it's only been like a week or two, not really doing much with it. That belt, I feel like, should be on somebody who's going to go use that shit and wrestle internationally with the international title. That's what I feel like. So put it on somebody like Pac, and he can go to like Rev Pro, he can go to freaking Japan and like defend the title, and that will bring a little more prestige to it. But again, we're armchair booking over here. But
yeah, it's just, I think it's
those Ring of Honor titles, they don't fucking mean shit.
Yeah, they don't. I don't think we say it as a bitch. I think it's like, yo, like, we like Wardlow, we want to see him do good. Like, you know what I mean? I'll always hate, like, man, I was at that Double or Nothing. He was so effing over when he beat MJF. Yeah. Like, they just did nothing with it, which is weird because Tony, to compliment, is very good, I feel, at capitalizing when people are hot.
The only thing that, like, okay, so here's the thing. In watching the match, I thought that they were going to do a title change. Like, I'm watching the match and I'm like, yo, I think they're going to do it. I think they're going to put the fucking belt on Wardlow. And then if they would have done that, it would have been huge, first of all, for the Undisputed Kingdom thing, Like, it would have been huge because now you're like, okay, is he going to give the belt to Adam Cole? Like, what's going to happen? Blah, 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 blah. You could have actually, like, continued that story. Because my thing is, like, what was the point of that fucking little story time bullshit if this guy's going to lose clean? Unless they're going to do some shit in a week or two where they're, like, kick him out of the group. Like, they jump him or something and kick him out of the group and injure him. And maybe he comes back with MJF or some shit. Like, I don't...
That'd be cool.
Like, he could come back with MJF and kind of be like not like buddies, but at least like, yo, this guy, like,
I got you.
I'm gonna have to team up with this fucking asshole now to get my revenge, but it is what it is.
Yeah, I think because it's weird because even when Adam Cole is cleared, I don't see him winning right away because you got Swerve, then you got Ospreay, who's probably,
and you got rankings.
Yeah. So it's like you don't. Yes, I don't know, dude. It's weird, and it's like weird because I don't think we come off as bitching. It's like, yo, we're just kind of confused what we're doing with Wardlow.
Yeah.
But honestly, it was a great show. Darby Allin is still fucking nuts.
That guy's bro. That top rope on the outside of the ring, dude. I don't understand that kid. Like, I really don't.
Would you say he's crazier than Jeff Hardy was back in the day?
Yeah. Absolutely.
I think so too.
I've never seen Jeff Hardy jump from that big ass ladder through a pane of glass, bro.
And land on no one. Like Jeff Hardy, I think the craziest thing he did young that was like, because remember he jumped off the stage.
No, he's done crazy shit. Like,
dart, but not glass.
He came back in Mania like in 2016 or whatever that shit was. With that
off the ladder.
And he jumped off the ladder and swantoned on who was it? Was that Cesaro or somebody?
It was both him and Shane.
Sheamus, right? Sheamus and Cesaro. He hit them both. That was pretty fucking crazy. I couldn't do that. But
let's put a narrative out there right now. There's all these reports on the Hardys' contracts ending soon. Get the fuck out of here with adding them. Get them the fuck.
Wrestlemania. Book it.
Get that out of there. They already had their and don't get me wrong. If they showed up for that ladder,
can you imagine the pop? That's gonna be insane.
Yeah, it would be insane. But come on, like WWE. It's weird because I hate talking about this because I want to go back to the AEW thing. But they have 6 tag teams in there. That's already going to be a clusterfuck of a match, which will be cool. Yeah. Everyone's going to get their shit in, but
it's going to be a car crash.
They have so many tag teams that they can have shine in this thing. They don't need the Hardys. So I had to get that out today.
I most expect a surprise tag team in that though.
See, I don't think so. The way they advertised it made it seem like there's not going to be a surprise tag team. But anyway, I had to get that out there. That doesn't need to happen.
I love that fucking moment. I don't give a fuck. That shit was great. They had all those tag teams there. The fucking New Day comes out. They go, "We've been told that there's a fail." I don't know how many teams it was.
It was 3, so they were going to add another.
Yeah, it was just it was great. And then like at the end, how they kind of fake like Kofi starts walking forward, like think it's gonna be them, and then the Hardys music hits. That was fucking insane.
But I don't think we need that in 2024.
Yeah, because they already did it. Like
that's the thing. They done. Like, don't get me wrong. It popped. The internet would go nuts. But 24 hours later, do you really give a fuck?
But you know what I think is gonna happen with that is that one team is gonna grab the blue belt.
Yep.
And another dude's gonna grab a red belt, and they're gonna pull them down at the same time.
But do you like that?
I would like it if they destroy those belts and get new belts.
They're just ugly.
Yeah, they're terrible. Like, they're fucking awful. That blue and red belt is disgusting. That penny Spartan head shit, I'm not a big fan. Never been a fan of that Spartan design thing. So I think they're gonna split those belts up. Who is it gonna be? I have no idea. But yeah. Definitely for sure that I think that's the ending we're gonna get for that match. But how the hell we end up talking about WWE?
You
know why we did that? You know why? Because wrestling right now is fucking awesome. That's why, and everybody's cooking. So
I was more or less trying to throw some hate at the Hardys. I'm sorry.
Well, yeah, then there's that, of course. Look, those guys were great. You know, they did their thing. They've had chance after chance after chance. I'm sick of seeing Matt Hardy wrestle. And I say that because he looks like he's in pain when he's wrestling. Like, he don't look like he can walk right. He doesn't look like he could bend his left leg. And I'm sick of seeing it. It's like when somebody, it's like when your neighbor has a dog that's like fucking 16 years old and they still bring it out and walk it, and the shit's like walking on 2.5 legs. And it's like, you got to put that dog down, bro. It's suffering.
Yeah.
Like, can somebody put Matt Hardy down and retire his fucking career already? It's enough, dude. I can't deal with it.
Now
that whole rumor of them showing up at Mania is hilarious.
It's not going to happen. But back to last night. So, question for you, because this is what I think. I want to see if you agree with me, but if not, your thoughts. So, I don't think Mercedes' first feud is going to be with anyone from last night. I think she's going to help Willow win. But I think the obvious instant, because she's not going to fight, my opinion, till August at All In, for the title at least. I feel the two easy ways to go with this is Britt Baker, bring her back, and that's hot because you pretty much have the OG of the women's division. She comes in as the heel, talks all this shit, right? Or the obvious one of Saraya. Because, I'm the one who took you. You took me out all these years ago. I'm back, bitch. Blah, blah, blah.
I want to see Thunder Rosa and fucking Mercedes go at it, bro.
Yeah, I just think those two are the instant can suck people in more. Because Serena Deeb's obviously an option, but I think we save that one. I think the first feud has to be a big feud. Do you agree? Do you think it needs to be a big feud, or am I wrong?
I think the first person she's going to feud with is Deeb. And I was surprised. I thought Serena Deeb was going to pop up in the beginning yesterday.
You texted me. Yep, you texted me.
Yeah, I was like, where's she at? Because she said, something about I'm the final boss. I think it was last week or the week before. She was said in a promo. She's like, I'm the final boss of the women's division. So I was like, oh, there you go. Boom. That's the perfect first feud.
Boss CEO.
You know what I mean? And Serena Deeb is like a perfect dance partner. She's like Natty. Not that I'm comparing their skill levels or whatever, but Natty's that one that they threw in there when she wants to like direct traffic.
Yeah.
With those like crazy matches. And Serena Deeb is like, she's the professor, bro. She's a teacher.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's a perfect first person to bring in. Like when you're elevating talent, you bring in Serena Deeb. Like I think that's a compliment, a massive compliment.
That's what I'd like to see first. Her, maybe Thunder Rosa. But again, you're building up Thunder Rosa right now in the ranking, so you don't want to.
I could see Thunder Rosa being her first challenger for the title.
Oh, give it to me.
There's so many good matchups we can see here, and that's what's awesome. Like that's the thing I like. Sorry,
because the Toni Storm and Mercedes, like I don't like with her gimmick. I don't see how it would, because she's like so far from reality. Like right now with her gimmick, she's like in another world.
Yeah.
So I don't see.
And I'm liking what Toni Storm's doing. So I kind of want Toni to get a little more before because I think that's going to be the one who takes it from her. Though. That's going to happen. I think that's your all-in match.
And they got to get Mercedes wins up. I mean, they got to start throwing people at her that she can beat. So. And
that's the thing. Like everyone. Like all the hardcore WWE people are like, oh God, like why'd she go there? And it's like, all right, dude. Like she said it in that interview, clear as day. She's gonna go back. And I think we knew even though she shouldn't have said that, we agreed. We were talking about that. Like, but we knew that was gonna happen eventually. Like you all know, like at the end of the day, all roads point back to there, right? Just like I truly think Cody's going to eventually, maybe years, but eventually do a final.
I don't know about that.
But my thing is, I want to see new matchups. Like, I'm dope Okada in AEW. That's awesome, right? But it's like we've seen him there. Like, it would have been. I think it's awesome. We're going to talk about it. I love the presentation of him is awesome. Bring him in with the elite.
Okada is the shit.
Bring him in as a heel. Like the first 2 weeks have been amazing. The match last night, Collision. Him and Eddie's going to be great next week. We both think the title's going to change, right? But it's like it would have been cool to see him go to WWE just for the matches, right? But it's like I'm not going to sit here and cry because he went there. Yo, that's awesome. The matches he can have in AEW are going to be great too.
Yeah.
So it's like, yo, like who do you really want to see her there in WWE that she hasn't been with already? Like maybe another match with Bianca. Okay, that can happen years down the road. It doesn't need to be now. Like Jade, okay, that can happen later too. So it's like, yo, let her go there. There's new people there. Let her go there. Like same with Edge. Like, do you really want 3 more years of Edge wrestling like people he's already with?
More brood Edge shit. He wrestles Roman again, and you're like, what is he gonna do over there?
Eventually, an I Quit match, which he's doing next week.
I
But
think
you know what I mean?
the one match that he wanted to really do, he did with Sheamus, and that was it. That was his last match over there.
But yeah, he came in. He had Seth. He had Roman. He had and he had all the people he wanted. All right, cool. Yeah, go back there, wrestle with your best friend, and all this other great talent that's there. Like, you know, I don't know. That's why it's like when people get too wrapped around the loyalty side of who they wave the flag for, where it's like, come on, bro. Like, yes, okay. I think personally, there's nothing wrong with like, hey, I just like this place only, but cool, you guys go do your thing. Now, as we say, when you're waving one flag and constantly shitting on the other, or never complimenting them when they do something good, then it's like, okay, now you're just being ridiculous, in my opinion. So it's like, yo, hey, let these people go and have these new things. Like me, you, who we like to think don't wave any flag in particular, is I want to just see new shit.
I mean, I have the IWGP United States Championship belt and then the WWE World title, like, hanging here on the side of the wall. Like, I just like wrestling.
I got our Adam Copeland shirt on right now, and I have my outfit laid out for the gym tomorrow morning, and it's literally the head of the table shirt.
Right. I showed you this offline. I got my fucking Fanatics, which, by the way, guys, if you guys are going to buy WWE shirts, go to Fanatics shop, bro.
Yeah, way better.
These shirts are the best wrestling shirts I've ever fucking worn ever. Like, these are so comfortable. The shoulders are like made for men. Like, they slope down your shoulders. They don't like hang loose like a lot of other shirts.
Mm-hmm.
And they're so soft, bro. Like, so soft.
I have to check the mail for mine.
The design is good. Getting ready for 316 day.
Yeah, for those wrestling fans that do drink, 316 Saturday. So make sure you have yourself a Steve Weiser, even if it's only one.
I'm going out of town this weekend with a bunch of non-wrestling fans, but I will be on Saturday wearing my 316 Austin shirt. And again, I'm wearing a custom CM Punk shirt. That's a CM Punk shirt, but it's not really a CM Punk shirt that I got on TeePublic. So, dude, we like everything. And, you know, the shit that we don't like, we don't watch. It's that simple. I told you guys, I don't know how many episodes ago, I watched an MLW pay-per-view, I think it was. And I thought that shit was terrible. And I made my thoughts known about that, and I never watched it again. Am I sitting here every day talking about how bad MLW is and they suck and they this and that? No. I'm just not going to watch it because I don't have the time. Nor do I want to watch things that I don't like. You people who like, you're constantly, like the people that are constantly like in the AEW Twitter comment sections, and every time they post something, they're in there like shitting on it and talking shit. It's like, you guys are the absolute worst, dude. I do not understand you. I just don't.
I wanted to mention this, speaking about wrestling. Honorary trash boy, Mr. Dan himself, is going to be boots on the ground at the TNA, or next weekend, I should say, in Philly.
You know what's funny about that? I was just looking up wrestling shows coming to town because I got a text from WWE, and I got all excited thinking that they were coming here, and it's like for where was it? They text me about a show. Where is this shit? Combo tickets for Money in the Bank in Toronto. Like, really? Yeah, I'm just gonna go fly to Toronto right now for fucking Money in the Bank. Like, I got it like that. So then I started looking up other stuff, and I looked up for TNA because I really fucking had fun at those TNA shows. But unfortunately, they're not coming here anytime soon. But
yeah,
I will definitely watch. We will be watching.
Yeah, I'm not too sure. Fucking yeah, but that's fucking. I don't know. I just thought last night was great.
Yeah, man, I thought it was a great show. Again, the Wardlow stuff didn't make a lot. I saw a lot of people bitching about the fact that the title match went on as not in the main event. Now, you know how I feel about like when I watch a pay-per-view. Like, I always feel like the world title should be the main event match, unless it's something special, like, you know, like the Sting thing.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, that was going to be the main event. But I always feel like on pay-per-views, the main event should start the show. But my thing is like, bro, you have this show for Mercedes. You're debuting her at the beginning of your show. You're gonna have, eyes on it from people who usually don't watch. So right after she does her segment, you come out with your world champion, and you have, because the match with Wardlow was a good match. Like, it was a good, fun match. Like, I enjoyed it. I just was unsure about the direction of the ending. So why wouldn't you want to shine light on your world champion and one of your best fucking guys on your roster in Wardlow? Like, right after the big debut segment at the beginning of the show where the most people are probably watching. Yeah. So it's like, why wouldn't you want to do that? You know what I mean? So all these people bitching, like, it's just like they bitch just because they want to bitch, dude. At this point,
I think there's little things like I don't look at, like when people get mad when the champion comes out before the challenger. Like, I don't know, man. Shit like that. I personally just don't give a fuck. I'm like, as long as I enjoy the match, like, I don't give a fuck who comes out first.
Yeah, the Giants, the champion always comes out last. Like, the champion is supposed to come out after the challenger comes out first. That is set in stone, bro. That should never, unless, like,
I think situation dictates, and here's why.
There's situations where, like, I don't know, somebody's retiring, maybe, or they're in there.
I think it's like, remember when Seth came out in the Shield gear against Roman when he came out first?
Yeah,
like that. But like, here's my thing: like, if you're facing the Undertaker, I think the Undertaker should always come out second. Like The Rock. Say it was The Rock and Roman at WrestleMania, right? Say they went that route. As dope as Roman's entrance is itself, like, nah, the champion in the ring, The Rock makes that entrance, you're staring down. Like, so I think, like I said, situation dictates. Like, say Sting's farewell would have been against Joe. Like, nah, Sting's, like, that's why I think situation dictates.
Yeah, Sting, yeah. I get that. Yeah, definitely Sting would have had to come out second, especially with the entrance that he did.
Yeah, that's why, like I said, that's why I think situation just dictates. I don't know, man. I don't look into a lot of shit like some other people, though. I'm like, I just want to watch wrestling. Like, respect, hey, that's what you think. Cool. Not going to beef with you over that. You know what I mean? But yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Wrestling was just good.
The people are the worst, though. Ones that want you to, like, agree with them. Like,
or they call you dumb for your opinion.
Yeah, like, bro, you can have your opinion. That's fine, bro. I don't care. Like, it's
like
okay.
The hot topic now, a lot of people are bitching about. See, like, the Prime bottle is going to be in the ring for police.
Who cares about that?
Dude, like, I get why people could be upset, but it's like, are you really that much of a historian that it's going to bother you? Like, I honestly thought, I'm surprised it didn't happen sooner. It's like, the same company that owns them owns UFC and makes them more money. Like, people are like, so Cody's going to pin Roman in the middle of a Prime bottle? Like, who cares? Like,
bro, they literally had a fucking Cinnamon Toast Crunch match.
Man, like,
with fucking Cinnamon Toast Crunch logos all over the fucking ring.
People get mad, but it's like, they're making money. Like, remember Mountain Dew for the match with LA Knight, and rest in peace Bray Wyatt, his last match? Like, they got paid over $1 million for that. Like, bro, that's like some superstar's contract, and for a year, right there, paid for.
Watch, bro, because this isn't gonna happen. Wait until these wrestlers start coming out with little fucking logos on their little fucking gear. Watch, that's just gonna happen.
Yeah, remember fucking when Brock Lesnar came back? I don't know if he still does it, but he wears the Jimmy John's logo on his shorts.
Yeah, watch. That's gonna happen. Like, they'll start doing that shit.
That's what I could see happening. It's like wrestlers, like UFC route, get sponsored.
Yeah.
Like, I could see a Roman or like a Bianca Belair getting sponsored, like how she is by C4 and having a jacket and having like a C4 patch on.
Yeah. Watch.
I don't know, like, shit like that doesn't bother me, man. Like, it doesn't. Like, WrestleMania is not going to be ruined for me because there's a Prime bottle logo.
I didn't even like notice that shit in the ring. Like,
dude, and it's like, before you know it, AEW is going to do it because it makes sense. It makes the people money. Like, I don't know. People, it's like, you don't have
like the fucking stupid Ric Flair logos on the back of the Titantron thing, or not the Titantron, whatever they call their screen and shit. They already have giant pictures of an animated Ric Flair on the side with the drink. They already got the drinks on the table, like facing the ring. Like,
yeah, like I don't know. To me, it just I don't care.
Yeah, it's just fucking advertising. Who gives a shit? It just like doesn't fucking bother the experience for me.
Like, yeah, is it gonna ruin your experience that much? Then you can't. You just have like legit, like not even talk shit. You have a problem. Like something is clearly wrong with you if you're getting that aggravated over a Mountain Dew bottle being on the announcer's table.
Yeah, I'm telling you, bro. People, they just love to bitch, bro.
Yeah, but then, like I said, like last time was a perfect example, man. Like that was just great. Like, yo, who cares? Who cares that Mercedes is where she is, man? I think it's great for everyone involved.
And again, immediately as soon as she debuted, what was the? I actually I responded to someone, and I was like, you know what? I need to fucking close this app because I can't do this. Immediately after she debuted, like it was immediate. I'm trying to stall for time because I'm trying to pull up the tweet. Did you see the Danhausen?
Oh, the face mask thing?
No, he had the boss.
Yeah, that's what I meant. The blue hair.
That fucking guy.
No, that's why, because I saw you make a tweet. I don't know if you remember this. You said this year your goal was to not interact with people, and I was like, don't do it, brother.
I tried not to, man, but like I was so happy to see the graphic. Like I saw Tony post a graphic, and I was like, oh shit, look at the graphic. And then I clicked in the comment section, which I shouldn't have done. And the first thing this guy says, she's embarrassing you. You're paying all this money for her to publicly say she's going back to WWE one day. And I'm like, well, why are you even here, bro? Like, why are you here? Why are you here? Why? Just fucking go. I think I wrote something like, go watch Peacock, bro. Like, why the fuck are you watching? Why are you worried about AEW, bro? Go watch fucking NXT or something. It drives me crazy, bro. I don't understand why people are so ignorant with that when it comes to that shit.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
Yeah, man. Besides that, we had our Darby Allin match with Jay White. Thank God that this Bang Bang Scissors Gang shit is over, bro. Thank God. Because I'm a little sick of the Acclaimed. And I hate to say that because I miss the old tag team. I talked about this last week. I miss the old Acclaimed. And I miss my Switchblade Jay White, the catalyst of pro wrestling. And last night was fucking dope when he gave the finger guns to Darby and they fucking beat the shit out of him. Bro, give me back Jay White in singles, bro.
I'm telling you, TK listens to the show. Remember we said it last week? I was complaining. I was like, yo, like what's going on there with my man Jay White? And then that
it's funny because it seems like somebody got to Tony, whether he listens to the show or if Jay White was like, you know what, I don't think this is the direction we should be going in, whatever. Because this Bang Bang Scissor Gang shit, they didn't even do anything. Like they formed and then they cut a couple backstage promos and then that's it. Now they broke up. Like they didn't even like do anything. They didn't get in a feud with anybody. They didn't like do anything ring related. Like they had like a couple weird Jay White teamed with one of the Ass Boys kind of thing. And it was like they did nothing with it. And then they just ended it, which is thank God they fucking ended that shit. And these kids, these guns, they're the worst kids ever, bro. Hits their own father in the face with a chair, and they're just like, "Oh, oops, oh well, you shouldn't have fucked with him."
Yeah, I know, right,
bad, bro?
Yep. I don't know, man. It was wild last night.
But yeah, last night was great. I thought the main event was a very good main event. Ratings Riho in the house. I don't know what the
main event spot, baby.
She's sitting in the main event as she should be. Yep. And then of course people talking shit about her, which again, I don't know what people want out of wrestling. I really don't. I was a little worried about the Riho and Willow match just because of like the size difference. Because, you know, it's how's she gonna be able to finagle some of these moves that she does. But they pulled it off. That not the Canadian Destroyer, that Code Red that she did on Willow was fucking nuts.
Yeah.
Shout out to Willow Nightingale for selling that shit. And it was fun. It was a fun main event. I enjoyed the show overall, man. I really did.
So do you want to talk money quick? So
sure.
what I mean by that is, so Raj Gary, he's pretty credible in the wrestling source. So according to him, Mercedes signed a 3-year deal, which makes sense, for about $15 million. So she's getting about $5 million per year, making her the highest paid women's wrestler in the world. So
yeah, damn.
There. Congrats there. Tony, you better not fuck this up, man. You're paying a lot of money for, truly, for real, one of the most talented ones in the world.
And again, we were talking about this the other day where, like, there's not really anyone out there. Like, as far as, like, big free agents, like, they're all signed. Like, Ospreay's here, Jay White's here, Okada's here. I mean, maybe Naito. Naito might be one of these guys from New Japan who somebody's going to want to sign. But, and as far as the women, you still got Julia out there who we're not sure what she's doing. But this is a huge deal, man, for them to get her. Like, it really is. Everybody was expecting her to come back in Royal Rumble. And if not, maybe like at WrestleMania or something. But here she is in AEW, and apparently she's been signed for 2 months. So you pay her that money good and well. And you just need to make sure that you book all this shit correctly.
Because I'm assuming they probably get paid bi-weekly. I want to do some math.
I don't know how that works.
I want to do math here. So if you do $5 million divided by 12 months, so that would be $416,000 a month.
Damn.
She would make. Now, obviously, taxes and all that bullshit, right? I'm assuming, right? And we're doing independent. Yeah, everyone pays taxes. But whatever, dude. That's wild. Even if she made $300,000 a month. Imagine that. That's awesome, man. That's truly fucking awesome. Like, good for her. Good for fucking her. Yeah, I guess I've never really done the math like that before. So to me, to think like, damn, these motherfuckers really do make a lot of money.
They really backed up the Brinks truck for her as well as they should have.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. And I think, everyone's like, what? She'll be on Rampage. Blah, blah. It's like, dude, she's one of them, like, you can't mess up. Like, you know what I mean?
Like you literally can't, because the bitch will leave.
Well, yeah, we've seen that, right?
She'll leave.
Yep.
She will walk out the building, bro.
And what's wild is she did it as a champion. You know what I mean? The whole time she was in WWE, when she wasn't hurt, she was heavily involved in the top card. If she wasn't a champion, fighting for a championship. Like, she never really did any of that BS that the women had to do. And she's like, yo, like, I don't like where this is going. I'm out. Left.
Taking Trinity with me.
Yep. And helped make her a bigger star.
I just hope that, I know he's got that woman there that worked with Mercedes in WWE. So, hopefully they figure out a storyline and they get everything planned out for like 6 months so that it's cohesive. But if you're just going to have her sidelined and you're only going to have like a women's match that's like 4 minutes long while you're focusing on this other bullshit, that's not going to work, dude. You
know what's wild to me too? From a booking perspective, and obviously these companies make zillions of dollars, right? But imagine paying someone all this money just to do nothing with them.
Yeah, there's plenty of people on the roster they do that with.
I know, which is wild, right? And I get it. Even with all as much TV time there is, there's never enough, right? Just take care of everyone. I don't know. Shit's just wild to me, dude. One thing I want to do before we forget, I know we talked about it off show. So for those who don't know, we just want to give some love to a true man, you know what I mean, a hero. Former UFC heavyweight champion Mark Coleman, after saving his parents from a house fire and being hospitalized, is now responsive and aware. Everyone's still praying for him, to include us. That's friggin' awesome. Dude's a hero, man. I know he's older in age. It takes a lot of guts. You know what I mean? I have nothing but respect for firefighters, man. Like, you are literally running into danger. You know what I mean? So for him to do that, for the love of his parents and risk his own life, and I think he was unresponsive for how long? A couple of days at least, right?
Days, bro. He was out. Like, yeah. I don't.
For him, I just want to say thoughts and prayers to him. He's a hero to his family. That's just fucking awesome. I wanted to make sure we gave him some love on our show.
Yeah, I don't pretend to understand how that shit works.
Nope.
But man, that dude, apparently his dog woke him up, and he his dog woke him up or whatever, and he smelled the smoke and ran out there and like just started pulling people out the house. So
yeah, I feel bad,
man. I hope that he gets his well deserved flowers for that. And I just thank God that everyone made it out alive and he's okay.
But also thoughts and prayers to the family, because speaking of the dog, it was reported saved the parents and then tried to save the dog, and sadly the dog didn't make it. So, as both Lou and I here, we might be going off, but our dogs are our kids. And we all know how much important dogs are to family. So obviously everyone's thrilled, include him and his parents, that everyone's on the right track, but they're also dealing with a loss at the same time as a family dog. Man. Thoughts and prayers to the family, not just for that, but for the losing their family dog, family pet. Just wild, man. Crazy, like just how life comes at you. You know what I mean?
Yeah, dude.
That's why wrestling fans shouldn't be pricks to one another or to even these wrestlers. Because look, not to go down like a darkness hole, but there were probably people roasting Bray Wyatt before he passed away, and now look, he's no longer with us. Like, you know what I mean? So it's kind of like, hey, let's not be pricks to one another.
Yeah, man. We use a little positivity out there. You know what I'm saying?
Listen to the new day.
Yeah, that shit's sad.
But yeah, dude. Last night was an amazing show. I loved it.
How about The Rock against Cody?
Yeah, I gotta say, I don't know what we'll never know until years down the road when Cody does an interview, right? Or The Rock. We'll never know what the true effing plan was. If it really was Rock or Roman, if this was it, everyone's always gonna speculate, right? Mine, I'd like to think it really was Rock and Roman and they switched it because of whatever. I could be wrong, just me. But I think this is the best thing to happen. The Rock's just on another. I think out of all four of these guys, The Rock's doing the best. 21-minute promo 2 weeks ago. Last Friday, I think, did like another 10-minute one. Now, apparently this week, because they're in Memphis, they might bring back the Rock concert.
Oh, Jesus.
Like, I don't know. Are you loving, like, maybe not the whole storyline? Are you just enjoying what The Rock is currently doing? The Rock himself.
So I'll be honest with you. I haven't watched any of his extended social media promos. I haven't watched any of that shit. I just basically focused on the show. And I'll be honest with you, I'm loving what I'm seeing on TV. I'm super stoked about, like, honestly, bro, whatever the story was supposed to be, like, I don't care. Like, what they got going on right now is fantastic, bro. The whole tension there every time Roman wants acknowledgement from The Rock, the way they just they both stop for like a second there, stare at each other, and then The Rock's like, all right, I'll acknowledge you. Like, and they do their thing. Like, it's great, dude. And then all the shit with Cody. I don't know about I think Seth definitely helped himself with the promo that he cut last week or whatever. Yeah. I don't know about that big ass jacket he was wearing. I don't know why he continues to want to dress like a jackass. I guess that's the part of his gimmick or whatever, and that's fine. But I didn't get the whole coming down. I guess that was like a Shield reference or something.
Yeah, I don't know. That was weird. I'll admit that was weird. I was
like, if they would have been dressed as the Shield, then I'd be like, oh, okay, they're fucking with Roman's head doing the Shield thing. Yeah. I get it. So okay, I get that. But like Cody in full suit, Cody in his full suit in the crowd, and then this guy coming out wearing this like 12X bear coat jacket thing, whatever he had on. Like, I didn't understand it, but the promo was good.
Yep.
The only thing I didn't like was that, like, he slaps The Rock and then like the show ended.
Yeah, well, did you see that video?
I feel like it was just getting started.
Did you see the video of the cameraman that was like doing this, like rushing The Rock?
Yeah.
So apparently the rumor was from some page there was supposed to be a fight, which makes sense. But this week, I know Roman's not advertised. It's just The Rock. But I know next week, I don't know if you saw, Roman's going to be on Pat McAfee shows next Friday in Iowa. They're going to be in Iowa and SmackDown. That's what I'm looking. I want to see them all just start hitting each other.
Yeah.
That's what I just want to see. So I think that's going to happen next week. But yeah. So I'm not too sure. But I don't know, man. I just think last night was really, really good. You know, we got a lot. We got the road to Dynasty. You got Wrestlemanias, and what as of this week? Is it 3 weeks from this weekend?
Yeah, man, it's coming up.
We got that. We got Sami Zayn now challenging Gunther. I'm excited for that.
Did you see the thing about Sammy that
he's like upset with the online reaction?
I'm like, bro, you gotta.
Yeah, man. Like, don't listen.
Gotta not pay attention to that shit, bro.
Yeah, you're like, no offense, like you're Sami Zayn, like you're great, like you belong in that match.
Like for real, you're going to WrestleMania, bro. You're going to WrestleMania. You're wrestling Gunther for the title. You're probably gonna win the title or dethrone him. I don't know what they're gonna do.
I think he's losing. I think he's losing.
Oh shit. Okay, I would think he's gonna win, but I mean, either way, bro, you're going to WrestleMania. Like, fuck what these nerds on Twitter think about whatever. Like, their opinion doesn't matter, bro. That's not the real world.
Oh, the challenge was thrown out, Jay, for Jimmy. So Jimmy will see what he says on Friday about that. I'm assuming that gets answered. Yeah, I think, like I said, like you said right now, pro wrestling's just hot right now. There's no need to bitch. There's no need to complain. Watch what you watch. But I think it's awesome right now.
Yeah, I mean, wrestling's fun, man. Again, The Rock said what? Wrestling's cool or whatever it is that he said a couple weeks ago.
Like, just think. Next month, we're going to have 3 nights of just awesome wrestling between the 2 nights of Mania and Dynasty. Like, why are we bitching here?
For real.
Yeah, so.
And we'll be watching with our triple pack that I know I'm buying.
Yeah, I got to get that this weekend.
All right, so listen, everybody. I'm going to keep it a buck, okay? Nick and I have discovered the joys of VPNs. Right, this is not an ad, okay? Nick is going to run away because I'm talking about VPNs now. We have discovered the joys of the VPN. So and this is, I blame Tony Khan for this because he took away my movie theaters. So I was going to movie theaters to watch these pay-per-views and paying $25 to sit in a theater and enjoy my show. I actually have the movie pass that I pay for $9.99 a month. So it was even cheaper because I get movie credits. So it would take $10 off. So it was like $15 to watch the pay-per-view. Cool environment, bunch of cool wrestling fans there. Well, maybe not cool. That's not the right word. But bunch of wrestling fans there, crazy kooks, you know, screaming and yelling and throwing popcorn at the screen and all that. It was fun. Great times. Tony Khan took it away. It's okay. I'm blaming Tony Khan, even though I don't know if it's his fault, but I'm blaming him. They took it away. So there's no more movie theater viewings for that. My only choices for pay-per-views fell between going to Dave & Buster's and sitting there with all those people and not even hearing the show because you apparently, because I've watched YouTube videos, apparently they don't turn on the sound very loud for the shows. So you're there with a bunch of people and there's games and all kinds of shit going off. That doesn't sound like a good time to me. My other choice would be to pay full price for this pay-per-view, which I'm not doing. And then the other choice is to illegally stream the pay-per-views, which we could do, but the picture's never good. And then it always gets zapped. And then you got to reload it and it starts skipping. And it's just a terrible experience all around. So that's like if you're completely desperate. But Nick and Nick really put me onto it. We've discovered a VPN. So now what we're doing is we get a VPN. And I'm going to explain this to all of you so you can all do it and enjoy the same luxuries that we do because it's super easy. I'm an idiot and I was able to figure it out in 5 minutes. So you get a VPN, you download the Triller app, and then you set your VPN to either the UK or Australia or another overseas country where you can get access to AEW Plus, which is only overseas. And you get the pay-per-view for a whole $24, okay? $24 you can watch the pay-per-view. Crispy, clean, beautiful picture, streams perfect, just like if you bought it on that shitty, what's that fucking app that they use for the pay-per-views here?
Bleacher Report, right?
Fuck that app. You want to download that app and pay $60 and use that piece of shit app and it freezes on you and kicks you out and it's looping over and over again. Or you can be smart like Nick and myself, which this is not an ad, by the way.
I wish, right? Make some money.
Don't have any sponsorships from anyone. That's why I didn't mention the name of the VPN. You can use whatever VPN you want. Paying for the VPN and paying for the pay-per-view is still cheaper than paying full price. So that's what we're doing. I'm completely with it. That's going to be me until they take that shit away from me. And there's a triple pack that you can buy for the pay-per-views. And it's motherfucking $49.99 for 3 pay-per-views, okay? Yep. Dynasty, Double or Nothing, and Forbidden Door. So
yep. And then
you can't
also, I don't want to take credit for this. Rob, the father of this show, is the one who...
The father of this podcast, yes.
I got, once again, taking care of us young ones.
Yeah, he's been doing it for a while, and he put us onto it, and now we are preaching the gospel of the VPN. So go forth and stream wrestling, my friends.
Oh, yeah, there's a lot to watch, so might as well do it. Yeah. And you're still paying.
And even, and you're paying. It's not like you're stealing anything. You're literally paying. It's just cheaper.
And all you motherfuckers can't say you don't do that shit because we all watch sports on Streamies.
Yep.
So y'all can't say shit.
I know. I see y'all watching Stream East all the time. I see.
Yeah, that's how I watch all the Celtics games if they're not on TV.
I just canceled my league pass because I'm kind of like trimming down on my excess streaming bills because I noticed I'm paying for a lot of streaming shit. Like it's a little ridiculous.
All the streaming ends up being as much as cable.
Yeah, so I might.
And honestly, smart because we're getting close to the playoffs, and all playoffs games are on TV.
Right. Yeah.
I'm telling you, hot take, it's going to be Celtics Knicks in the conference finals. Not just because you're a Knicks fan and I'm a Celtics fan. Truly hot take. I think that's what's going to end up happening.
That's going to be something.
Milwaukee hasn't been playing good.
I would say watch out for the Miami Heat and watch out for the Orlando Magic. But yeah, I'm hoping that that's going to be the conference finals. I'm telling you, if the Knicks go to the finals, I'm fucking telling all of you, bro, you just block me. Just block me on all your social media because I'm going to be really annoying. Really, really annoying. So just prepare yourselves.
Yep. But yeah, this weekend, is there anything wrestling-wise going on this weekend?
Not that I can think of. Again, I besides Collision, I kind of
turn
my brain off to it because I'm going to be out of town, so I'm not going to be watching anything.
And to my knowledge, I don't think Collision has anything like wild advertised.
They
probably good matches, but is the Elite advertised? I know Mercedes isn't, but is the Elite advertised or anything like that?
I thought I saw a match get added on there, but I know that they're pushing the Dynamite show in Toronto real hard, so I don't know if they have anything for Collision. I'm not sure. No saying.
Yep, none. No.
But I think we're pretty much at the end of our program here, guys.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, like I said, we just wanted to come on. We didn't want to wait till Tuesday, give our instant reaction to Mercedes, which obviously we made it known that we loved it. We had a great time, and just enjoy your wrestling.
Yes, sir. Everyone else who don't like that, kick motherfucking rocks.
Yep.